MRS is the most important tool that we use for utility maximization. So marginal rate of substitution basically tells us the rate at which a consumer is willing to substitute one good for the other. So imagine a consumer, and this is some indifference curve of this consumer. You are at this point, x naught comma y. A friend comes to you and tells that he is in need for some delta y amount of y, and he is willing to compensate you with x. He's saying, take x from me. I need this amount of y from you. I need it urgently. So you are a friend, he's your friend, you do not want to rip him off, but at the same time you do not want to make yourselves worse off. So you do not want to fall below your indifference curve either. So what do you say? Okay, I'll give you this much amount of good y. In exchange, you give me this much amount of good x. So you're willing to exchange delta y amount of y for delta x amount of good x. Now, if these quantities are really small, you can write them as dy and dx. Now, the thing is, applying your unitary method, if you are willing to exchange dy amount of y for dx amount of x, you are basically willing to exchange dy by dx amount of y for 1 unit of good x. Now this 1 unit, remember, it's not SI unit. Okay, this is different. This is unitary method wala unit. It's basically a multiplicative factor. So for very small quantities, if I tell you that a consumer is exchanging 0.1 milliliter of milk for 0.02 grams of butter, milligrams of butter, then you can be sure that he is going to exchange 0.2 ml of milk for 0.04 milligrams of butter. So in this case, when I say 1 unit, I am basically saying my 1 unit is 0.02 milligram. It's basically a multiplicative factor. It's nothing else. So if you multiply this thing, so 0.04 is twice of this thing. So to get to 0.04 milligram, you have multiplied this thing by 2. So if you multiply this thing by 2, multiply this thing by 2 and you will get the exchange, which is good. But obviously these quantities have to be small. Okay. If we talk about large quantities, then this exchange rate will keep on changing. Okay. So when you and I, we buy foreign exchange, the exchange rate does not change. But when RBI buys foreign exchange rate changes. In fact, it buys foreign exchange for the sole purpose of changing the exchange rate, because the quantities are humongous. But just because you plan a trip to Paris does not mean the euro is going to get very costly because of it. Okay, because you are a very small person, unless you have a very, very lavish trip, I don't know. Otherwise, as quantities, if they are small, we assume that the unitary method holds, and you can simply use this 1 as a multiplicative factor. Okay. So dy by dx is the amount of y for 1 unit of good x. Okay. Now technically this is an exchange, so you are going to give something and get something. So whatever you get is positive and whatever you give is negative. Alright, so generally we say we put a minus sign here by default because one of these quantities dy and dx is going to be negative. So to make the ratio positive, you put a minus sign in front of it, and we say that the rate of exchange is minus dy by dx amount of y for 1 unit of x. So this minus dy by dx, this becomes your MRS, marginal rate of substitution. This is what is the definition of MRS is. So in words, MRS is the amount of y a consumer is willing to exchange for 1 unit of x. And mathematically MRS is equal to minus dy by dx. Now minus dy by dx, dy by dx is also the slope of any curve. So if you have this IC, minus dy by dx is nothing but the slope at this point. So this slope is equal to dy by dx. So MRS is nothing but the slope of the indifference curve. Alright, so MRS is the amount of y that you are willing to exchange for 1 unit of x. So you are assuming x is constant in exchange. So MRS represents the amount of y. So if I give you 1 unit of x, MRS is the amount of y you are willing to give to me in exchange. Okay. So MRS technically is just magnitude of the slope. So here the slope is larger, which means here you are willing to give away more of y for 1 unit of x. More with respect to, let's say, this point. So at point A, you are willing to part away with more amount of y for same amount of x as compared to point B. The reason being, at A you have a relative abundance of y. So whatever you have in excess, you are willing to part away with it more readily. So if I give you 1 unit of x, you will be like, हाँ ठीक है, I'll give you 4 units of y here. But if I talk about giving you 1 unit of x, you will say I'll only give you 1 by 4 units of y here. Because here there's a relative scarcity of y. The word relative is crucial here. Relative with respect to what? Relative with respect to each other actually. Relative with respect to A and B. At A you have a relative abundance of y with respect to B. But if you talk about some other point like D, A becomes relative scarcity of y. So the term relative abundance and relative scarcity can be used only when you are comparing two or more points. Okay, so MRS higher means you have a relative abundance of y, so you are like, le do y, take this y from me. But at point B, you are as it is, you have very less amount of y, so you are like, nahi, I would part. I'll give you only 1 by 4 for 1 unit of x. Now there's another formula to find MRS apart from dy by dx. So assume that the equation of the indifference curve is y equals to g of x. So this was my indifference curve. So suppose this equation is y equals to g of x. So uh, since y equals to g of x, my original equation for the indifference curve was u naught equals to f of x comma y. This is the explicit form, this is the implicit form. An implicit form of a equation is where you can represent y as a function of x. So if you have, let's say, x square plus y equal to 10, this is a implicit form. When you write it as y equals to 10 minus x square, this becomes the explicit form. Okay, so on one side you have just y and nothing else, on the other side you have everything but y. That's your explicit form. There should be no interaction between x and y. So let's say this was the equation in implicit form. So you can write y equals to g of x. So I can write this f of x comma y as f of x comma g of x, which is equal to u. Now I differentiate this entire thing with respect to x. So using chain rule, when I differentiate this entire thing with respect to x, I differentiate f with respect to x. Okay. Then I differentiate f with respect to g of x, and I differentiate g of x with respect to x. This must be equal to 0. Now f differentiating with respect to x, fx, f differentiating with respect to g of x, since g of x is equal to y, is just fy. Okay, fx is del f by del x, partial differentiation, fy is del f by del y. And this thing is dgx by dx. dgx by dx, again because gx is y, this thing is dy by dx. And since u naught was a constant, differentiate करोगे तो मर जाएगा. Okay, so u naught मर गया. We're left with this equation. So another way to write this equation is fx fx plus fy into dy by dx is equal to 0, which means minus dy by dx is equal to fx by fy. So you can rearrange this thing to get fx by fy, and fx is nothing but del f by del x, and fy is nothing but del f by del y. Okay. Now when I compare these two formulae, mrs is equals to minus dy by dx and minus dy by dx is equals to del fx by del fy, I can finally report that mrs is equal to del f by del x upon del f by del y. Where f is basically your utility function. So f is your utility function. The original function which we began with was u naught equals to f of x comma y. So f is nothing but utility function. So we can even write it as del u by del x upon del u by del y. So both these things are equally good for representing MRS, although the second formula which we just derived is something we are going to use more often. The reason being, it does not depend on exactly which indifference curve you are talking about. To use dy by dx formula, to use this formula, I need the exact equation u naught equals to f of x comma y. But as I told you, u naught can be variable. Using monotonic transformation, you can change u naught. Now, MRS is basically at some point, what is the rate at which you are willing to trade goods? Technically, this rate of exchange, this MRS, it should not depend on u naught. It should not depend on the actual utility level, because the rate at which you are exchanging goods is something natural to you. It is something which I cannot construct. It is something which should not depend on u naught, because u naught can be changed by a mathematical alteration, that is monotonic transformation. But just because I change the equation with which I represent your utility function, that should not alter the rate at which you are exchanging goods. So your MRS is not dependent on u naught, and that's why MRS is independent of monotonic transformations. So when you are using this formula that MRS equals to del u by del x upon del u by del y, when you do any monotonic transformation on u and convert it into v, you can as well write it as del v by del x upon del v by del y. Okay. Now del u by del x has changed. Sorry, del u by del x and del v by del x are different. Del u by del y and del v by del y are different, but the ratios are going to be same. So whatever change happens in the numerator, the same change will happen in the denominator, and the changes will cancel out after you do a monotonic transformation. So the idea is MRS does not alter under monotonic transformation. So feel free to use monotonic transformations if MRS is the thing that you are interested in. So let's do one last example. Suppose the utility function is under root xy. So a particular utility level is 10. Okay. So the utility curve for x for utility 10 will be 10 equal to root xy, which implies xy equals to 100, which implies y equals to 100 upon x. So MRS is minus dy by dx, which becomes 100 upon x square. Okay, so you differentiate this thing with respect to x, you get 100 upon x. So that's your MRS. Now, after you calculated MRS, I am interested in finding MRS at 3 points. Point A 5, 20, point B 20, 5, and let's say one more point, point C, that is 10, 10. Okay. So my MRS value is 100 upon x square. So what is MRS at A? MRS at point A would be 100 divided by 5 square, that is 100 divided by 25, which is 4. MRS at B would be 100 divided by 20 square, which is 100 divided by 400, so that is 1 by 4. And MRS at point C would be 100 divided by 100 square, so that is 1. Now instead of using the indifference curve approach, I want to use the other approach, that is MRS equals to del u by del x upon del u by del y. So my utility function was under root xy. Now I'll find MRS using both u and u square, and I'll show that the function remains the same. So u equals to under root xy, that is x to power half into y to power. MRS is del u by del x. Utility equals to root xy, which is x to power half, y to power half. MRS is del u by del x upon del u by del y. So del u by del x is partial differentiation of utility function with respect to x. So you keep y as constant and only vary x. So del u by del x will be y is constant, so you keep it as it is, y to power half. What is differentiation of x to power half? 1 by 2?
X to minus 1.
X to power minus 1. Alright. Now in del u by del y, you will keep x as constant and only change y. So x is constant, so x to power half, and this would be 1 by 2 y to power minus half. Okay. So when you divide these things, half se half mar gaya, y to power minus half goes up, becomes y, x to power minus half comes down, becomes x. Okay, x to power half, and this thing comes down, so x to power half into x to power half, so that's x to power 1. So y by x. Now let's take another function which is u square, that is xy. So MRS is del u by del x upon del u by del y. Del u by del x is x, keeping y as constant, differentiate with respect to x. Okay, so this will be just y, and del u by del y will be just x. So the ratio is y by x. So implies MRS equals to y by x, which is same as what we were having earlier. Okay, so the formula remains the same under monodromy transformation. But obviously this differentiation is way easier. So feel free to use monodromy transformations whenever it eases your calculations. Now with MRS equals to y by x, I want to find, sorry, with MRS value, I want to find the actual numerical values of MRS at these points. So MRS is y by x. At 5, 20, you get MRS A equals to 20 by 5, that is 4. MRS B becomes 5 by 20, that is 1 by 4, and MRS at C becomes 10 by 10, so that is 1. So these numbers are same as what we had earlier. Okay, so the numbers are the same. So no matter what formula you use, MRS value remains same. No matter what utility format you use, the MRS remains the same. So it's a very sturdy tool, does not change under these simple tricks. So here's the comparison: point A, point B, and point C. Okay. So at point A, the MRS value is 4. At point B, the MRS value is 1 by 4. So MRS is larger, which means for the same amount of X, you are willing to exchange more amount of Y at A, because A is, at point A, there's a relative abundance of good Y, relative abundance with respect to B. All right. After this, there are a few problems which you can try. We'll discuss it in the next class.